Alright, so I've already watched a couple of the matches. I've watched like 8 minutes, and I kind of got the idea after the first match. But uh, a lot of your general issues are you don't really you don't really pay attention to your opponent very much, and you more so really just play your character rather than playing the person on the other side of the screen. But the problem with that is that you're also not really playing your character very effectively, particularly on offense. You're playing a very sort of basic, I can get away with this against people who play into me type style. But against players like this, they kind of, be it intentionally or unintentionally, they exploit your weakness, which is that you don't really have any type of offense. And you'll see what I mean when I show the video. But a lot of these games were kind of just forward one endlessly, and maybe something will happen. You have a lot of issues with hit confirming as well, and committing to things mid-screen, and it's leading to you not really taking advantage of your opponent like you could be. So yeah, 4-1 already. Alright, so this actually go back right there. This is important. The way he's using down 4-1, this is something he was doing the whole set, and you never really shut him down. Down 4-1, sidestep, right? He was doing down 4-1, sidestep right, pretty much the entire time, and he would almost always commit to a button, right? Down 4-1, sidestep right, into, sidestep down 4-1, or sidestep 4, which is a low right there. And he would do this pretty much every time. So what you need to be doing is you just need to be checking him after this. You have a couple good tools. You have down, forward 1, your shotgun spin. You're going to hear me mention that move a lot because you really need to be using that move. But you also have, is it back 4? Which if you do it too late, I mean, you are at risk of getting high crush. But you have that. I believe down forward 3 should track that way. 4-1 if you're quick. Even G clef 1-1 and down 3. You have a 13 frame low that tracks to check him. So you've got a couple options to just check his sidesteps, because he was just doing this constantly and he never really had a reason to stop. And after that, the back roll, Cali roll, I'm sorry. When he goes back turn, you just need to be sidestepping when you see Cali roll. Just sidewalk to either side. It has no tracking. But you were kind of just letting him roll in on you a lot. And that's one of the main knowledge checks. Like, if you don't know how to deal with that, then I just assume you don't know how to deal with anything on Chloe. And you can get ran through pretty quickly. So that's another one, is punishing the hop kick. He was doing up 3 a lot. I think Julia's down forward 2 should still reach that. Down forward 2-1. It has a ton of range. I'll test that in a little bit. I have the game open. But you need to be doing that. Even if you get a smaller punish, 4-1-4 should reach if you are quick. I don't remember all of her other punishes. I don't know if down forward 3 would reach from that range. But yeah, we need to be doing something about that, because he was just kind of tossing that out a lot. And again, he could kind of just get away with it. You'll notice that a lot. He's just kind of doing things, and he can just get away with it. He didn't even have to think about where he's placing it, because he's never had any sort of answer to what he's doing. So this is another one, is the way he's using 1-2, her jab string. He's doing 1-2 into attack quite a bit. And after this, you just need to check him. Again, you have G clef. You used G clef a couple times in the set, but you never really used it that effectively. You were kind of doing the classic Julia thing of, I'm going to do this specific setup into like 1-1 and fish for that. But where it excels is in situations like this, where he's trying to check you with down for 1, or he's checking you with jab and 1-2, and then you can just make him freeze by doing your G clef cannon and confirming it. So you need to be using that more defensively rather than just out of certain setups when you've already committed to it. So yeah, this string right here, just block it. You're better off just blocking this string and sidestepping after she finishes it. It is -3, but you just block. It has weird tracking. It's a counter hit launcher. I think you got counter hit by it a couple times. There's no reason to really be swinging into that. That's a common thing with Chloe in general, is you don't really need to be swinging into Chloe very much. She has really bad range, and she has pretty bad tracking as well. So if you're just always responding to her with buttons, then it's gonna be really, really easy for Chloe, which is kind of what you did a lot on defense. But again, that assumes you know how to punish her. So yeah, learning how to punish Chloe is definitely something that's out here. So I like that offense. I don't mind that check. So okay, this is one thing right here, and then you do 1-1 to check him mashing. However, in place of that, you have again down forward 1, the shotgun spin. That is a 12 frame mid that goes into the wind roll. You have a ton of options out of there. You can do down foot 1, down foot 1-2 because it has an extension which wall splats. So in this situation, she really has to be scared. And again, it's really fast. It's gonna frame trap there. So instead of just going for 1-1 and giving up our turn, we can do the 12 frame mid that keeps up offense and it keeps him in check. There's just a lot of situations in this match where if you had been using that move more and using a lot more full crouch, you would have had a lot more success, because this is just a common thing you're going to notice is you hit something and then nothing comes after. So you're just playing neutral for so long on a character who can snowball rounds pretty easily. Alright, right there. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You hit 4-1, you're +7, and then you backdash and go right back to neutral. This is what I mean with the hit confirming. The way you were using 4-1 this entire set was pretty much 4-1 into nothing, 4-1 into jab, which is basically nothing, or 4-1-4. So the way he responded was, I'm just going to duck every time I see 4-1 come out, because either he doesn't finish it, but who cares because he's not going to do anything after, or he does finish it and I kill him. So that is something we need to work on, because the 4-1 is one of the best moves in the game, if not outright the best move in the game, depending on who you ask. But it's because of all the options you can mix with it, right? We have a super quick, 11 frames, but full forward input, a move that's coming out anywhere from 13 to 15, 16 frames. Extremely fast, forward advancing move, -2 on block, elbow, tracks to both sides. You can open up so many options with that. You need to just think of it as just a cracked out down forward 1. And you can just play out of that move, but you weren't really playing out of that move. You were kind of just playing for that move, and that's a big difference. You were just kind of trying to land 4-1-4, and that's really the whole match. The entire set, really. You were just kind of, oh, I hope I land 4-1-4, then I can do war drums. So yeah, gotta launch that. And again, what I talked about 1-2, he's not doing any extensions after 1-2, so you can challenge there. 1. We don't really need to be power crushing there. See that? Yeah, you hit him with the B-club. Just use a lot of more 1-1 confirms in those situations. So again, 4-4-4, +2 on block, and nothing, right? Well, you went from +2 to getting counter hit launched by a full crouch low. An 18 frame full crouch low. After 4-4-4, we can do down 4-3. We can do down forward 1. Even forward 1. Or just a down 3 check, right? Again, keep in mind, down 3 is 13 frames. Even though it's -1, it does do a ton of damage. 13 frames on a low is like incredibly good. That's as fast as Chloe's generic down 4. Alright, so just a lot more. We need to be throwing out more options on offense, right? Just more option representation here, rather than just being like, oh, 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4-4-1, and maybe something will happen. And we're just swinging too much, right? Chloe is very vulnerable to sidestep left, so yeah, just try to sidestep left after some of these pokes to let Chloe know that she just can't run you through. Chloe really shouldn't be hitting you like this. And then, yeah, that's what I mean. So that was great. Right? Awesome. And then nothing comes from it. Right? Again, you need to be sidewalking that. A little late there on the down 4-1. 4-4-1. Yeah, and again, at this point, I just kind of don't even know what to do after he's just pressuring you with down 4-1.
Round 1. Fight.
Again, 4-4-1 on hit. Nothing. I don't know what that was. Okay, what the hell happened there? 1-2. Oh yeah, okay. We gotta chill. Gotcha. This is what I mean. So hit confirming and just seeing when things hit is not just a thing on your side. You need to be paying attention to when he's hitting you and when he's getting blocked. It's just a big thing. So yeah, look at that, right? Down 4-1, shotgun spin. After that, look at that. You checked him, caught him ducking, did your mid, and then you got a mix up here, right? He guessed right, but you had a mix up. I also need to be sidestepping more on offense after some of these -2 moves, right? Things like 4-4-1 into sidestep or back 4 into sidestep to just throw him off. Very interesting option. Misinput there. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you gotta watch for that. Common round ender. So again, what did I talk about? Look, exactly what I said. 4-4-1 into nothing, and then delay jab, and then 4-4-1, 4. In this situation, there's no reason for him not to duck. No reason. Giving him nothing to really. The thing about 4-4-1-4 is to get people to swing in to extensions. Well, most of the time, you need to give them a reason to. Some players will just kind of swing into it, and I think that's why you may be playing like this, is because you're probably used to a lot of people who just swing into Julia. But against players like this, you need to give him a bit more reason, right? He's not exactly patient, but he knows that he can just kind of wait you out, at least. Right? He's patient enough against Julia, and that is where Julia kind of struggles. That is her weakness. As good as she does struggle against people who are patient, and she has to take risks, which is where, again, we need to do a lot more shotgun mix-ups. We need to be doing a lot more full crouch. I saw like pretty much no full crouch in any situation. So even, again, some of these situations, right? That was good. Hit him with it again. So instead of doing 4-4-1 jab here, you could do 4-4-1 since we know he's not swinging. He's constantly proven he's not going to swing into it. 4-4-1, crouch in his face. You're by the wall, right? He gets hit with a bow and arrow. Now you get a 4-4-3. It's a scary mix-up right there. This is how you make the comeback, right? This is how you rob him. And this is what I mean, where we got to kind of pay attention to how he's adapting and play him. Right? You got to play him and not just play Julia. So that's like kind of the point. The rest of the games were pretty much just all like the